Hello to everyone watching online. We're going to start in about 5 minutes while we wait for people in person to roll in. Thank you for your patience. We'll talk to you soon. To everyone watching online, thank you for your patience. We're just giving 1 more minute for people in person to settle in. Thanks.
Hello and welcome to What is Cryptocurrency? My name is Ziad. I'm the Executive Director of Tech Yukon, and we are partnering with UConstruct and hosting this event. First off, before I introduce Sohil, I just want to acknowledge that we are on the traditional territories of the Kwallendun First Nation and the Taan-Kwetchon Council. So today, Sohil, he is an engineer by trade and a crypto enthusiast, has been investing in cryptocurrency for the past few years. That's right, yeah. And today we're very thankful that he's here to give this talk on an intro to cryptocurrency. So thank you, and take it away.
Good afternoon, guys. What crypto looks like for you. So is that Kate?
Oh, Amanda.
Oh, Amanda. Okay. So
I have some money in crypto. But
okay.
I don't, and they've done decent, but it's the whole, like, I'd like to be able to make more, and actually, because I know if you pay more attention to it, you can ride it better.
Right.
And with the selling and rebuying.
Okay.
And right now I'm just sitting with Bitcoin and Cardano.
Okay.
But even within those, there's so much movement in those. I know I could be more by understanding a bit better about what are the cues for selling and rebuying.
Right. Okay, great. You, sir, there. How about you?
I started investing 2 years back.
Okay.
And I was in the stock market, but then I came to know about crypto from my friends, and I started researching and investing it.
Right.
And I just can't stop. I want to learn more and more about it.
Okay, that's great. And you, sir, in the green scarf.
I have $0, so I have zero money in crypto.
Okay.
Just more and more friends of mine are sort of starting to get interested
Right.
And have their money in it. Yeah, so I'm more interested in an overview of it, not just how to buy and sell, but just sort of like how we think it's going to fit in with our economy moving forward, as far as just citizens making purchases.
Right.
And at what point, would not you advise, but would someone be smart to start using that as just for daily transactions?
Very good. And you, ma'am?
I know absolutely nothing.
Oh, all right, so that's great. So we have a very mixed crowd here. People, some of them have had experience for 2 years, some of them have little experience, some are beginners, and hopefully we can get you on board. And hopefully the guys online have a similar setup as well, beginners, advanced, and middle. So the seminar that I've designed here is, I tried my best to cater to all levels so that we can get the new guys on board, and maybe the guys who are advanced could take a few tips away from them for themselves so that they could understand a little bit better as well. So what is cryptocurrency for those guys who are new? Think of it as like a regular currency. Just that the future of currency, as per se. In a few years down the line, we could be using the cryptocurrency just like regular currency to buy services, to pay for things, to get things done, to send money across and buy regular gas, postal services, and so on. So that is the future, that is the vision of cryptocurrency. Now, the way it works is a little different right now. The way it works is, you go to the video game parlor, you take your own money, dollars, and then you buy a few tokens. And then within that game station, you can go around with your tokens and get service, get games out of it. So crypto right now is something similar to that. Like you take your dollars, you go to an exchange, you put money in the exchange, and then you can buy some kind of a cryptocurrency with your original money. So that's in short, that's what it's happening here. Now, what is different? It runs on a technology. It's called blockchain technology. People have said, some experts believe that it is a very solid technology. It is a very safe technology. It's less prone to hacking and stuff like that. So that is the underlying technology for a cryptocurrency, blockchain technology. We will not get very detailed into that technology today because my friend here has done a seminar on blockchain and where we went in great detail a few days ago. So we are going to, if you have any questions, we can discuss that at a later date or towards the end of the seminar, but just keep this word blockchain in your mind. That's what the underlying technology of a cryptocurrency. So just a little on the surface, a decentralized technology. A blockchain is a decentralized technology, which means there is no one computer or one server which is controlling everything about blockchain. It is distributed network of computers which are calculating, helping this network to run. So that provides resiliency. If something breaks down on one end, we still have some stuff on the other end. That's the good part about it. And safety also. And as I said already, security is a major appeal for this technology. Now just like another currency, you go to US, you have a US dollar. You come to Canada, you have a Canadian dollar. Mexico has a different currency. India has a different currency. So there are several kinds of currencies in the world, and just in Africa there are so many currencies. Similarly, in the crypto world also there are many currencies. There are today 13,000 crypto coins, roundabout. I could be totally wrong, could be way more than that, but these are the ones that we know of. For those of you who like to know financial numbers, a market cap of $2.5 trillion USD. The crypto is worth that much today. Is a lot of worth. Some of the top coins are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then the rest of them are just upcoming at this moment. But market cap, Bitcoin is 1.2 trillion. So 50% or almost 50% of the crypto world is right now conquered by Bitcoin, which is a very big coin. We'll get into it a little bit. Very popular coin, and a few countries around the globe have adopted Bitcoin as a medium of payment in their own way. Why are cryptocurrencies all of a sudden, why are they so popular? What is going on? We already know that cryptocurrency is the future of currency. So it could be that some of the people are racing to buy them now because, you're early investor. Sometimes you have a good chance of making a lot of money or making a lot of good stuff if you're early. Also, early investors face a lot of risk because they could have zero investment all of a sudden. So right now we're in that phase, early adoption phase. Personally, what I feel, why I like cryptocurrency is because we remove the role of a bank. We remove the role of a third party here. So suppose I want to send a crypto to you, for example, we could just use your wallet and my wallet, and I could just send you the crypto right away. We wouldn't need Royal Bank of Canada or any other bank, for example, here. And that gives me a little satisfaction personally. When my money is in my own hands, I control my own money, and they don't get to make anything of me, because they take your money, they give you 0.00001% interest, but then another guy goes there to take a loan, 20% on the loan, 3% on the loan, 5% depending on where they're at, housing or vehicle or whatever. So that's not something that I like. I don't appreciate that personally. Some of the people invest in cryptocurrencies. They don't care about if it's the future of technology, if it's the banks. They just care because it goes up in value. They make money, and once it goes down in value, they sell it. So they just want to they go in the crypto world for fun. So everyone has their own reasons, and that is right for you. There is no right or wrong. Whatever you believe in, that's good. Now, is cryptocurrency a good investment? Let's think about this for a second. When you go to an institution and buy their stocks, the way a company says that their stock is worth this value, They look at their asset, they look at their cash flow and a whole bunch of other things, and a few people get together and decide the value. They said, this is our value, this is the stock that we'll go to the Toronto Stock Exchange or NASDAQ or wherever, and we believe that our stock should be valued at this price. Okay, people who like it buy it, people who don't like it don't buy it, and depending on the demand and supply, it goes up and down in value. Little similar thing in the crypto world, but also the greater fool theory applies here a lot, which is, in order to make money in the crypto world, someone should be ready to pay more than what you paid for your coin. So suppose you bought Bitcoin at $100. If no one is willing to pay more than $100 for your Bitcoin, you won't make any money. You can only make money if someone goes above 100, 101, 102, 103, or 50,000. Then you made money on your Bitcoin. So cryptocurrencies generate no cash flow. There isn't a tangible asset there. And in order for it to become a good investment, I believe that it needs a little more stability. Right now it's very volatile, and volatility is good, is not bad, but a stable investment is something that doesn't fluctuate so much in value. 1% here and there, that's okay. But 10% here and there, 15% here and there, that's a big change in value. Volatility is very high right now. So maybe in the future, when the volatility is low, cryptocurrencies will be a better investment. But whenever I look at this, I have a good laugh. So I thought to put this in the slide today. One of the guys I respect a lot for his skills, that if you want a guarantee, buy a toaster. There is no guarantee in the world, so take a risk. That's the way you go. Take a risk and you do something out of it. The reason why this slide is very important is because the next thing that I'm going to show you we will see a little overview of what stability, what a guarantee actually we mean about that. So this is the price of a Bitcoin in US dollars. So we are going back a few years. So in July 2013, right? It was launched in 2008 or something, maybe. Yeah. So 2008. Right. So we'll go up until 2018. We won't talk about that because it was really nothing then. So as you can see, the value of a Bitcoin was really like nothing. It was $0 for a long time. For several years, for 4 years, nothing, no movement at all. And suddenly then there was a little interest here, so a little spike here. So it went up to, so it's getting a little cut over there, this little part. Is there a way to align it? Can I just, how do I get them to see the value there? So this value is not visible.
That line,
right.
Second line is one.
Okay.
Yeah, each of those lines are 10.
Okay, got it. So each of these lines here is 10K. So 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, and so on. After a big period of nothing, no activity, nothing, after 5 years from where we started, it got up to $20,000 USD. And then there was a movement, and then it came down. There was no major interest for all this period until the pandemic kicked in. This is where this is where the pandemic started, and then a lot of movement started happening in the crypto world for different reasons. There is no particular one reason why it all started to becoming very interested. for different reasons, of course, and also some other countries in Africa, in Afghanistan, in other places where the economy was crashing, and in Estonia. So all these reasons together, there was a major interest in crypto, and all of a sudden we went up to 50K, 60K, 50, 60K there for price of a single Bitcoin. This is only possible in the crypto world. This is not possible anywhere else, from what I know. You can't go to a company, buy the stock for zero, or for $100, buy $10,000 and make that much money in such a short period of time. So it does look like a scam in some ways, but it is not. It is the way it is. It just looks a little hard to believe, but it is all no scam. So it got up to this evaluation, and I didn't include November because we are again seeing a lot of volatility. But this gives you a little idea about why stability is needed in this world, because suddenly a whole bunch of people became very rich, a whole bunch of people became very poor. So there were mixed things on both the sides. We'll look at another example. We'll look at another example. This is Ethereum. So it's another kind of a cryptocurrency. Works on a slightly different philosophy than the Bitcoin. One of the biggest things about Bitcoin is that there is a finite number of Bitcoins. That there can only be a certain number, and that's it. After that, that's the end. Only new ones cannot come into circulation. The ones exist can be circulated. Ethereum, on the other hand, works on a different philosophy. There are quite a few number of Ethereum, and it has a network. We can build apps and stuff on it. We can discuss that later. So it's not very different from the graph of a Bitcoin. For a long time there wasn't any interest, no interest at all. Suddenly we had the same interest in January 18, and then again nothing at all. I forget what happened during this period. Matthias, are you aware?
Well, there's the Bitcoin halving somewhere around that period, and there's another one. Those often are catalysts for like a bull market starting.
Okay.
So half the number of Bitcoin that are produced per block is reduced by half. And so there's significantly less supply and more demand.
Okay.
Or same amount of demand, less supply.
Right.
That normally causes some price movement.
Right.
And then hype cycles start. People start making money, people hear about it.
Right.
It gets to some sort of, it like becomes mainstream.
Right.
And then eventually enough people take profits that you see that that hype is not necessarily sustainable.
Right. There we go. So now we know what this graph here means. And then the same thing again after a little towards the pandemic, towards the middle of the pandemic, things started getting a real interesting on this world as well. And Ethereum had the same fate, up and down, and right now it's at a very high level, all-time high levels, something around just today there is some volatility again. There's some bear run again. So definitely need some more stability here. Now suppose you like this part. Now you're wondering, how do I buy a cryptocurrency? How do I participate in the currency world? So you go to an app. You go to a app on the phone or on the computer or a website, and you take your debit card or your dollars or your bank account with you, and you can exchange. You can buy a cryptocurrency with your money, or if you already have some idea, you can exchange coins for each other. You can buy Bitcoin by selling Ethereum. You can vice versa. You can go back and forth. You can exchange cryptos for each other. And so this is the exchange part. In order to buy a cryptocurrency, you have to register on an exchange, and the government is getting a little unhappy about it. So there are some regulations coming into place all the time. You've got to provide your numbers, you've got to provide your ID, tax number, address, and all kinds of stuff these days, because it was getting a little unregulated, and unregulation always leads to bad things. That's how things work here. And so that's the exchange. Once you go and purchase something, then it comes into your wallet. So we have a crypto wallet here, where you can actually hold your currency. Some of the wallets allow you to send it to another friend. You can send it to your friend in exchange of a service, in exchange for a gift or something. Some of the exchanges don't allow this yet. A few of the exchanges are still in the process of getting their functioning correct. So you can only buy and hold it and sell it. I was just speaking to my friend in India, and also my brother. The Indian government is trying to think about rules and regulations to avoid terrorism and avoid the use of drug and all the bad things associated with crypto, because the money is autonomous. There is no way you can track who did what, because you'll be given an ID, a long hexadecimal ID, which no one can read and find you. So the Indian government is interested to stop any bad things happening from the crypto. So they want to put in some regulation. So he was asking me, what can be done? I have this, I use a certain app in India and I hold certain coins. What can be done? So I was taking a look at the ones that he uses. They do not allow sending it to another person yet. The ones in Canada and the US and a few more around the world, some of them do allow trading between the people. So suppose I bought a car from a friend, second-hand used car. I could pay him in crypto, no problem. So that's something to be mindful of. A few apps in Canada that you can use right now. My favorite, personally, crypto.com app is a very nice app, very easy to use. The other one is Wealth Simple. The reason why I included Wealth Simple is because many people here invest in stocks, have a savings account, invest in mutual funds, and Wealth Simple has all this in one platform. So recently, like 6 months ago or something, they added this crypto functioning to their app. So you could go do your taxes, do your trading, do your regular trading on the stock market, and trade crypto on the same app. So it's very convenient. That's the reason why I included Wealth Simple. Then the other one which is very popular is Coinbase. Then there is Binance, which is available in many countries all over the world. And the last three are for high level guys, with advanced level people: Trust Wallet, MetaMask, and PancakeSwap. So Ziad was there just a second ago. Now he's gone. He would be very interested to hear about this. There are certain cryptocurrencies which are not listed on an exchange at the start. When they come into being, they have a little white paper, and the companies are starting to talk about it, and it's the starting of a new coin. So it's not on an exchange yet, which is not available on any crypto.com or Binance or any other exchange for that matter. So those currencies you can only get on a swapping website, on a PancakeSwap, for example, is where you can exchange cryptos. So you go buy something which is available on the exchange. You go there, on a regular app, you buy this. Then you come and connect it to the PancakeSwap, and then you can swap it for this currency which is not known at all. So advanced level, don't worry about it. We can discuss more in detail. I just put in there for, yes, please.
How would they do the mining? Is that what it is? for the really new coins, and then they're like they sets. Because I've seen a couple things come through crypto.com about look out for this mining or whatever, and I'm like, I don't understand what you're talking about. But I know it's for new coins. Is that kind of what that is?
Right. So mining is different from this. Mining is when you can earn your coins without having the use of money. When you do certain transactions, when you help the network to do some stuff, you get rewarded in crypto. Now this is something else. Yes, please. Yeah.
I believe that you might be speaking about liquidity mining, and I know it's a space that has so much jargon. It's a bit ridiculous. But so when if you see the term liquidity mining, generally what that means is you are encouraged to provide liquidity to a decentralized exchange in order to, and you're incentivized by them paying you in their token. So PancakeSwap. So on a regular exchange, they use what's called an order book model. So people have a buy and sell price, and people are putting in orders. If you ever heard of like high frequency trading bots, they're used to make sure that those trades can actually happen. Because there's always sort of a little bit of a gap between the price that someone wants to buy and someone wants to sell. So there's somebody's in charge of making that market actually liquid. With decentralized exchanges, it's done differently. You can actually be part of that market making. And that would be called providing liquidity or liquidity providing, and that's incentivized by liquidity mining.
Okay.
That might have been too much, but liquidity mining and mining, like Bitcoin, are two separate ideas that have overloaded terms.
Right. So PancakeSwap is so for example, think about a cryptocurrency called SafeMoon, for example. Sounds very funky name. You're not the only one. Everyone thinks that. So before this coin is available on the major apps, this is available on other websites called PancakeSwap, where you can go buy a well-known coin, Ethereum or Binance or whatever, and go to this website and get it exchanged. So it's just a way of investing in newer technologies, newer coins as per se. This is what a crypto.com app looks like for those who are new, those who would like to get on board. If not, so on a regular day, you could see the graph of your coin up and down, a month, 8 hours, 1 month, 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. You can see how it fluctuates. And if you have a portfolio of coins and you are on the crypto.com app, all this would be listed in this manner. So the individual had 160 MCO coins, 0.7934 Ethereum coins, 0 Bitcoin, and others are 0. So the value for 0.7 Ethereum at that time was 182. And had gone up 5.39% over the last 24 hours. And the same thing here. This is what the home page of the app looks like. So this gives you a little idea of where you're at in terms of value, what value you hold, what can be done. Also, there was another feature here, which is the card feature. So this feature is this website, this particular app also provides a debit card. And debit cards come with certain benefits like a cashback, free Spotify, free stuff like that. So I didn't include that because not everyone is interested in that. But so this is what a crypto.com app looks like for your information. We will also look at Wealthsimple app. So if you ever would like to use Wealthsimple, then this is what you would be looking at. Wealthsimple has started with Bitcoin and Ethereum only for a long time. Now they've introduced 30 more coins, so it's more diversified now. But this is what the home page in a Wealthsimple app would look like. You would be able to see the holdings and a little graph. And suppose you decided to buy something. This is the buy or sell page. And then this is again the details of the holdings you have. So you have 0.04 Bitcoin and total value is this, and Bitcoin was that value. It changed so much today. So just a little guidelines, just a little, something, so that you know what to expect. So when you look at it, you're not totally confused. It is so volatile sometimes. So how do you protect yourself? What do you do? Like, what can you do in order to save yourself? Every cryptocurrency has a little details about it, has a few details about itself, about what it is, what the philosophy is, what the principles are, what they expect to do, so it's called a white paper, sort of. And it's always on their website with the people who are behind it. They give a little explanation, they talk about a little bit about the coin. So, for example, how many of you guys know about Squid Games? Squid Games, okay. So this is a Korean TV show, or some kind of a game show that is very popular in the world right now. It was like just last month, a cryptocurrency was named after Squid Games, right? And the idea behind this was, whoever hold the Squid Game token will be able to play the Squid Game, because Squid Game is not free. In order to go to the website, you would need to pay money to play the game. So if you were holding the Squid Game token, you could use that token to play the game. So that was the philosophy behind it. Got launched, nice and easy. Within a very short period, I would say, I don't remember exactly, a week or 10 days, it shot up immensely, like 1,000,000,000%. Massive growth. And when the people wanted to encash it, when they wanted to sell it, which on a legal cryptocurrency is very easy, you can buy and sell and transfer and stuff like that, no problem. The particular users of the Squid Game token couldn't sell it. They weren't able to sell the token. And word spreads around fast. Fire spreads fast. So people started questioning, hey, why can't I sell? Hey, can you sell? No, I can't sell either. So everyone got to know that it is a scam. The Squid Game token was a scam, and the creators had no intention of creating any kind of game, and they ended up taking a whole bunch of money from a whole bunch of people. So what happened? The people who bought the token didn't do their due diligence, didn't go look at the website, didn't go read the stuff, didn't go read about the currency, didn't go check anything. They just, as a crowd mentality, like, oh, my friends got it, I will get it too. So try to avoid that in the crypto world. Try to do some of your own due diligence, so that if you run into some trouble, you know that, okay, no, I did my investigation, I did my background research, I'm good, and I'm okay. Also, sometimes there are some other major investors backing a cryptocurrency, so it's always good to have some reputed companies there. And it's a good idea to know if the currency is already developed, is it already there, or is it developing yet. Both are okay, both are good. You can invest in developed ones and developing ones. It's just for your own satisfaction. You can know this detail, so that it gives you a good night's sleep. So with that, I have covered most of the stuff for today's lunch and learn. I'm open to any questions now, online and offline.
Like a best source for news releases on things that are coming down the pipe. Because that's kind of what I've got signed up for a couple of things. They're giving announcements of, who's going to take on blockchain technology and whose technology. Like, what are good sources that you would recommend for those sorts of releases that would help me to make my decisions?
Right. So the sources that I personally follow and have done me quite good are, just a second. CoinDesk is a good one. They have pretty good news. The other one that I follow a lot is Blockworks. They have a newsletter, and TradingView is a pretty good one as well. So these are the three ones that I follow, and then depending on where I'm at during the day or in the month, some news comes on. If the good thing about today's world is that if there is anything, it'll be on the news somehow or the other. You will not miss a news these days. So, but these are the ones dedicated to crypto. Anything else?
I got one.
Yeah, sure. Please go ahead.
You mentioned people who would be interested in using cryptocurrencies as people who are interested in using it for investment purposes, or people who would rather have more control over their money rather than having it in the banks, or maybe some illicit purposes. What are other uses that more everyday people might have for cryptocurrencies?
Right. For everyday transactions, for example, some companies have started accepting crypto for their services. You can buy a car with a cryptocurrency. So how do they find the value? So suppose they said something costs $1,000. This product is worth $1,000. Either you could pay me $1,000, or they have some other mathematics. They could say or pay me X number of these coins. I'm okay with either of those values. So as a crypto holder, you could go and purchase the service or transfer them the crypto in the kind of cryptocurrency they want and the value that they want as a regular user.
And is there any benefit to doing that over just using your country's currency?
There are several benefits. There are several pros and cons on both the side. The pros is that suppose you invested in a cryptocurrency and you're good and you're running in the plus right now, then you'll be actually making some good transactions on it. But the cons are that if you're losing money on that particular transaction, then you're on a con. So depending on where you're at, you have to be smart about which is best for you at that particular moment. And also some apps help you stake your currency, which is leave your currency in that account for a period of 6 months or 1 year and pay you interest at a 10%, 5% on it, which is unheard of in this part of the world. So it can act as a safe deposit as well.
Oh, thanks. Censorship resistance is a big one. For example, PayPal doesn't allow anybody who's in sex work to accept payments through that. So if you live in a country in which there's certain activities that are prohibited, you might benefit from censorship resistance. Also, transaction fees, depending on depending on what kind of network you're using, can be lower. There's visas. The credit card system in the U.S. and Canada is like 2.3% is pretty high compared to a lot of other settlement methods, and less economic rent in a transaction would be a benefit as well.
Okay.
Anonymous. Everything is anonymous. That's why you can get away with bad stuff, and that's why the government wants to regulate some of it. Well, I just have these are the links, useful links for the crypto.com app and the Wealth Simple app. So if you would like to use and any of these apps that you like, oh no, I like Wealth Simple, so this is the good link for that. They have good service, and crypto.com is all over the world. You can transfer money to the US, India, any part, and you name it. So that's a good service to have as well. So if you're good Then Rick, if nothing came online, we're good here.
Okay, thank you to everyone who joined us online, and thank you to everyone in person who joined us. I'm sure if anyone has any more questions, then you're free to ask Sohil about it. And thanks again for joining us.
Thank you very much.